Om Shanti. This is the Sakar MURLI of the 9th of January 2015. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, the Father's part is accurate. He comes at His own time. There cannot be the slightest difference in the time He comes. Celebrate the memorial of His coming, Shivratri, with a great deal of splendor. Sweet children, the Father's part is accurate. He comes at His own time. There cannot be the slightest difference in the time He comes. Celebrate the memorial, celebrate the Yadgar of His coming, Shivratri, with a great deal of splendor, with Khub Dhoom Dham. The question is, which children's sins are not completely absolved? Which children's sins are not completely absolved? Not pure vinash? In the answer, Baba says, those whose yoga is not accurate. If you are not able to remember the Father, your sins cannot be absolved. If you are not accurately linked in yoga, that is, if you are not yogyukt, you cannot have total salvation. You cannot have total sadgati. Some sins would still remain, and so your status would be reduced. If you have no yoga, you would become trapped in someone's name and form, and continue to remember that one, and remain unable to become soul conscious, and remain unable to become Dehi Abhimani. The song for today's Murli is Ye Kaun Aaj Aaya Savere Savere. Who has come here in the early hours of the morning?
Ye kaun aaj aaya savere savere. Ye kaun aaj aaya savere savere. Dil kaum utha savere savere.
Om Shanti. What time is morning? When does He come in the morning? That is, at what time does He come? So someone said 3 o'clock, someone said 4 o'clock, someone else said at the confluence age. Then someone said at midnight. Baba wants to know the accurate time. Midnight is not called morning. A second or a minute after midnight is said to be AM. That means the start of the morning. That is the real morning. His part in the drama is totally accurate. There cannot be a delay of even 1 second. This drama is eternally predestined. It can't be said to be AM until a second after midnight. These are matters of the unlimited. The Father says, I come in the early morning hours. People abroad have an accurate system of AM and PM. Their intellects are still good. Neither do they become completely Satopradhan, nor do they become completely Tamopradhan. Only the people of Bharat become 100% Satopradhan and then 100% Tamopradhan. The Father is very accurate. 1 minute past 12 is the morning. You wouldn't keep an account of seconds. You couldn't tell when a second has passed. Only you children understand these things. The world is in total darkness. All of God's devotees remember Him at the time of sorrow and call out, O purifier, come. However, none of them knows who He is or when He comes. They are human beings, but Because they are impure and tamopradhan, they do not know anything accurately. Lust too is tamopradhan. The unlimited Father has now issued this ordinance: children, become conquerors of lust, and thereby conquerors of the world. If you do not become pure, you will be led to destruction. By becoming pure, you claim an imperishable status. You are studying Raj Yoga. You write the slogan, "Be holy, be yogi." In fact, you should write, "Be Raj Yogi." You write the slogan, "Holy, be yogi." The word yogi is common. Those who have yoga with the Brahm element are also yogis. A child has yoga with his father. A wife has yoga with her husband. Your yoga, however, is Raj Yoga. The Father teaches you Raj Yoga. This is why it is accurate to write Raj Yoga. Be holy and a Raj Yogi. Day by day, you continue to receive corrections. The Father says, "Today, I am telling you very deep and good aspects. Shiv Jayanti is now coming. You have to celebrate Shiv Jayanti very well. You can do very good service on Shiv Jayanti. Those who have exhibitions should celebrate Shiv Jayanti very well at their centers or in their homes. They should write, 'Shiv Baba is the bestower of the knowledge of the Gita. Come and learn the way to attain your unlimited inheritance from the Father.' Each of you should light lamps, etc., and celebrate Shiv Jayanti in your home. Each home should be a Gita Pathshala, because you are all the Ganges of knowledge. In every home, people study the Gita. The women are much more involved in devotion than men. There are also many families where everyone studies the Gita. Therefore, you should keep pictures in every home. Write, 'Come and claim your inheritance from the unlimited Father once again.' The festival of Shiv Jayanti is, in fact, your true Deepavali, your true Diwali, the festival of lights. When Shiv, the Father, comes, there is light in every home. You must light very many lamps on this festival and celebrate it with great splendor. You celebrate the true Deepavali. The final celebration will be at the beginning of the Golden Age, when there will be a lamp in every home. That is, the lamp of every soul will be a light. Here, souls are in darkness. Souls have degraded intellects, whereas there, because souls are pure, they have divine intellects. It is souls that become pure and souls that become impure. You souls are now changing from not being worth a penny to being worth a pound. When you souls are pure, you receive pure bodies. Here, souls are impure, and so their bodies and this world are impure. Amongst you too, there are very few who understand these things accurately and experience happiness inside. Each of you continues to make effort, number-wise. There are omens. Sometimes there are the omens of an eclipse of Rahu. They make those who were previously amazed by this knowledge run away. The omens of Jupiter change to the omens of an eclipse of Rahu. When you indulge in vice, you come under the omens of an eclipse of Rahu. You have a boxing match. You have Malla Yuddha. You mothers wouldn't have seen that because you're homemakers. You now know that Brahmaris, the buzzing moths, are said to be those who set up a home. They are said to be Gharetri. Brahmaris are said to be Garitri. They make a home. Homemaking is a good art. That is why there is the name homemaker. Buzzing moths make so much effort. They are also clever homemakers. They are also clever mistris. They make 2 or 3 rooms. She brings up 3 to 4 moths there. In the same way, you Brahmanis are also buzzing moths. You can bring 1 or 2, or even 10 to 12, or even 100 to 500 here. You can set up a marquee, etc. This too would be like setting up a home. You could sit inside it and buzz knowledge to them. Then some would understand this and change from ants into Brahmins. Some are totally decayed. That is, they do not belong to this religion. Only those who belong to this religion will be touched very well. You are, after all, human beings. Your strength is greater than theirs. You can give lectures to gatherings of 2,000. As you progress, you will also go into gatherings of 4 or even 5,000. The buzzing moths are compared to you. Sannyasis nowadays go abroad and say that they teach the ancient Raj Yoga of Bharat. Even some women go around dressed in orange robes. They cheat the foreigners so much. They invite them to Bharat to learn ancient yoga. You wouldn't say, come to Bharat to learn this. You will go abroad and sit with them there and tell them, learn this Raj Yoga and you will take birth in heaven. There is no question of you having to change your clothes, etc. You just have to forget your body and your bodily relations and consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father. The Father is the liberator and the guide. He liberates everyone from sorrow. You now have to become totally pure. Previously, you were in the golden age, but you are now in the iron age. The whole world, the people of all religions, are now in the iron age. Tell whomever you meet from any other religion that the Father says, consider yourself to be a soul. Remember me, and you will become pure. I will then take you back home with me. Just tell them this much, not too much. This is very easy. It says in your scriptures that the message was given to every home. There was one who was left out, and so he complained that no one told him. You must beat the drums and announce that the Father has come. Everyone will definitely come to know one day that the Father has come to give them their inheritance of the land of peace and the land of happiness. At the time of deitism, there were no other religions. Everyone else was in the land of peace. You should have such thoughts and create such slogans. The Father says, renounce all consciousness of the body and all bodily relationships. When you souls consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, your Father, you will become pure. At present, all souls are impure. The Father has now come as the guide to purify everyone and then take everyone back home. All will return to their own section. Then, those of the deity religion will come down here number-wise. It is so easy. Your intellects have to imbibe all of this. Those who do service cannot remain hidden, nor can those who do disservice remain hidden. Only serviceable ones are invited by everyone. Those who are unable to give anyone knowledge are not invited. They defame Baba's name. People would then say, is this what the Brahma Kumaris are like? They are not even able to answer questions. Therefore, this is defamation of Baba, is it not? Those who defame Shiv Baba's name cannot claim a high status. Even here, some are millionaires, some are multimillionaires, whereas others are starving to death. Such beggars will also become princes. Only you children understand how Sri Krishna, who was once the Prince of Heaven, has now become a beggar. He is again becoming a prince from a beggar. He was a beggar, was he not? He earned a little, and that too was for you children. Otherwise, how would he have been able to look after you? None of these things are mentioned in the scriptures. Only Shiv Baba tells you these things. This one really was a village urchin. His name was not Krishna. That is an aspect that refers to the soul, which is why people become confused. Therefore, Baba says, on Shiv Jayanti, serve every home using pictures, or you can write, come and understand how you can claim sovereignty over heaven within a second for 21 births. Just as at Diwali, people open their shops, in the same way, you have to open a shop of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. Your shop should be very beautifully decorated. They decorate their shops at Diwali, whereas you should do this on Shiv Jayanti because it is Shiv Baba who reignites all of your lamps and makes you into the masters of the world. People pray to Lakshmi for perishable wealth, whereas you receive the sovereignty of the world here from the World Mother. The Father continues to explain all of these secrets to you. The Father does not have any scriptures. The Father says, I am knowledgeful. Yes, I know when some of you are doing service very well, and this is why I remember you. But it isn't that I know what's going on inside each of you. Yes, I can sometimes tell that someone is impure. They have doubts. Their faces wilt. And so Baba sends a message from up above. It is also fixed in the drama for him to do this for some. But he doesn't speak about everyone. There are many children who make their faces dirty. Whatever they do, they incur a loss for themselves. If they told the truth, they could at least profit a little. When they don't tell the truth, they incur an even greater loss. Although you understand that Baba has come to make you beautiful, some of you dirty your faces. This is the world of thorns in which everyone is a human thorn. The golden age is also called the garden of Allah, whereas this age is called a forest. This is why the Father says, it is when defamation of religion reaches its extremity that I come. Just look what the first Sri Krishna became after taking 84 births. At present, all are tamopradhan. They continue to fight amongst themselves. All of that is fixed in the drama. None of that will exist in heaven. There are many points for you to note down, just as barristers also write down points in their books. Doctors too keep books like this. They consult them and then prescribe the appropriate medicine for each one. Therefore, you children should study very well. You should also do service. Baba has given you the number one mantra of Manmanabhav. Remember the Father and your inheritance, and you will become the masters of heaven. People celebrate Shiv Jayanti, but what did Shiv Baba do? He must definitely have given the inheritance of heaven. That was 5,000 years ago. That heaven then changed into hell, and now hell is to change back into heaven. The Father says, children, become absorbed in yoga, and you will then be able to understand everything very clearly. However, if your yoga isn't accurate, and you don't remember the Father, you can't understand anything. Your sins can't be absolved either. By not remaining absorbed in yoga, you don't receive as much salvation. Some of your sins will still remain with you, and your status will therefore be reduced. There are many who have no yoga at all. They are trapped in the names and forms of others. If you continually remember them, how would your sins be absolved? The Father says, be soul conscious, be Dehi Abhimani. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. The first point is, open a shop of the imperishable jewels of knowledge on Shiv Jayanti and do service. Enlighten every home and give everyone the Father's introduction. Open a shop of the imperishable jewels of knowledge on Shiv Jayanti and do service. Enlighten every home and give everyone the Father's introduction. Give everyone the Father's parichay. The second point, you must be honest with the true Father. Don't hide from the Father any of the sins you have committed. Become absorbed in yoga so that no sins remain. Do not become trapped in anyone's name and form. You must be honest with the true Father. Don't hide from the Father any of the sins you have committed. Become absorbed in yoga so that no sins remain. Do not become trapped in anyone's name and form, in anyone's naam, roop. The blessing for today is, may you have the feelings of a bestower who experiences the stage of being ignorant of the knowledge of desire, and so satisfied soul. May you have the feelings of a bestower. May you have feelings of datapan who experiences the stage of being ignorant of the knowledge of desires, ichha matram avidya, and so a satisfied soul. So, tript soul. The explanation, always have the one aim that as children of the bestower, we have to give to all souls. By having the feelings of a bestower, you will become souls who are full, and those who are full are always satisfied. I am a child of the bestower who gives. To give is to receive. This feeling will make you constantly free from obstacles and make you experience the stage of being ignorant of the knowledge of desire. Your vision should always be on the one aim, and that aim is a point. That aim is a bindu. While seeing the expansion of anything else, do not see it. While hearing anything, do not hear it. The slogan is, if your intellect or stage is weak, the reason for that is waste thoughts. If your intellect or stage is weak, the reason for that is waste thoughts, is vyarth sankalp. The special homework to experience the avyakt stage in this avyakt month is the 9th point. Let the foot of your intellect not stay on the ground. It is said that the feet of the angels are never on the ground. Similarly, the intellect should remain beyond the ground of the body, that is, beyond the attraction of matter, become those who make matter dependent, not those who depend on it. Om Shanti.